Good morning, happy Wednesday, and welcome on into another edition of Smart Chat here on YouTube.com, and I hope everything's going well. Please do check out my other two channels. It's the Tom Brand 1, it's a comedy channel, or you have the Tom Brand 1 Thoughts. All equally funny, I promise you. And today I just want to backtrack from 2 days ago, and we're gonna do a Raw Thoughts video from April the 10th of 2017, and these thoughts are obviously in no particular order whatsoever. Crowd in my backyard here in Long Island, New York. Gotta be honest with you, this crowd was, you couldn't even tell if this crowd was if this crowd was dead, awake, were they playing Pokemon Go. It really wasn't, it was I guess half-assed crowd to say the least. Just a week coming out of WrestleMania. Figured you expected a little bit better. You know that the crowd would be not as good as it was last week on Raw, but you figured, come on, just a week out of WrestleMania, everyone's still jacked. Not really the case as far as the crowd in Long Island. Opening segment, you had The Miz coming down with Maurice. Miz now being part of the Superstar Shakedown, and he was drafted from SmackDown to Raw, shaking things up a bit. He was dressed up as John Cena, and Maurice was dressed up as Nikki Bella. He got a good reaction. Got a good reaction. Could have been better. Again, this crowd was, a half-ass crowd. So take it for what it's worth. And yeah, he's now part of Raw. You ever hear the expression, if it's not broke, don't fix it? I don't know. I don't understand why The Miz was drafted to Raw. Listen, The Miz, he works best if he has someone to interact with, go back and forth with, go one-on-one with. Someone that's as good, if not better, with than him on the mic. Someone to bounce off of. Who is Miz going to bounce off of here on Raw? Miz had a ton of momentum on SmackDown. Who is he going to bounce off here? We know now, since it's Wednesday, that Kevin Owens is no longer part of Raw. Who's he going to bounce off of? Roman Reigns? Roman Reigns can't talk on the mic. Seth Rollins? I mean, listen, Miz's interactions on SmackDown with Daniel Bryan, John Cena imitating him, going back and forth, were classic. He has probably been the MVP of 2017 for wrestlers. I just don't know who he's really going to bounce off of. You have, as far as Raw, Kurt Angle, all of a minute today on Raw. All of a minute. Not really, gotta see more out of him. The Drifter, true to his word, was drifting around in the crowd. Now, drafted to SmackDown. Interested to see in what will take place with that. You know, I mentioned Miz and him being drafted to Raw. You know, other guys that were drafted to Raw, Bray Wyatt kind of hit his high point that he was going to hit his high point in SmackDown. Apollo Crews, nothing. No momentum with him. Rhino and Slater, nothing since they lost the tag team titles. Alexa Bliss, you know, semi-momentum still, but, you know, still needs room of improvement. She did pop the crowd, which is good. And I think if you look at her, I like her look. She's really nice, really nice to look at. But she reminds me of a mini compact Trish Stratus. Speaking of women wrestlers, it's good that good to see that Charlotte Flair, after she was nearly killed in the ring by Nia Jax, landed on her head with those botches. Good that she, good to see her doing the honors for Nia Jax. She did get the pin. Nia Jax and Charlotte. I mean, Nia Jax, I said it once, you know, I'll say it again. I mean, she gets no reaction. And unfortunately, part of it stems to when the WWE was focused on, you know, Becky versus Sasha versus Charlotte. And that's all they were focused on, and forgot about all the other wrestlers. And Nia Jax suffered because of that. She's really getting no reaction from the crowd whatsoever. You see from a mile away, and this is, you see it coming. You're gonna soon see, I think, Sasha Banks versus Bayley, and Sasha should turn full on, you know, full on heel, which works best for her. She definitely needs to, you know, kind of change things up again. Hard being a boss when you cry and you really don't stick out as being a boss. Let's see why she is a boss. Let's turn her heel. What other things from Raw? I do gotta say that I think Strowman has turned face, ladies and gentlemen, after his attack on Roman Reigns in the back there. Listen, let's be honest. You know, we know that Strowman is a heel. It's just a lot of fans think he's badass and they pop and they cheer for him. That's why a lot of people are into him, and the fact that he kicked ass on Roman Reigns, that helps as well. Oh man, does everyone hate Roman Reigns? And I still don't get it. I still don't get it. But you like what you see from Strowman. You thought that Strowman would be kind of de-pushed. It seemed that way, and now they're picking steam back up for Strowman, going all in again. And we've seen a lot of big guys before in the WWE, you know, billed as monsters, and for whatever reason they really don't stick around that long. You know, you don't have guys like, you know, Khali was built to be this monster. Didn't really stick along that long of a time. Mike Knox didn't stick along much at all. So it seems, you know, after on again, off again with Strowman, knocked down a few pegs, coming back up again. It seems like they're going all in with this push on him. That backstage segment was done nicely and made Strowman look like $1 million, without a doubt. But without a doubt, if you look at the way the camera angle was shot, you know, with the angles and the way the camera angles were shot in that segment backstage, you know, in regards to that ambulance, that, you know, it was Strowman, you know, being helped. He was helped in picking up that ambulance by some mechanism that was lifting up the ambulance along with Strowman. So he was definitely getting some help. I'm sure Strowman is a jack dude, but he is not that strong to lift up an ambulance. It's just not believable that he would lift up an ambulance like that. And just, you know, I feel that way just because the way the angle was shot. So Strowman turned face, everyone. Yes, turned face. I hope all is well. It's just some of my thoughts from Raw. Look forward to speaking to you very, very soon. Now, we also seen the debut of Dean Ambrose on Raw. And man, Dean Ambrose in that interaction with Miz, he couldn't even pull off acting like he didn't know that was Miz impersonating John Cena. I don't know, man. Lunatic Fringe, he's not a lunatic to me at all. Something just needs to change. I don't know if he's holding back, if he's still too scared as to what he could get away with on PG WWE. I don't know what it is. It's just you know, after, you know, he comes out there, you know, 40 seconds into it, and you're already getting bored with Dean Ambrose. Just me, I don't know about you. TJ Perkins, like where they're going with TJ Perkins, seems like he's making a heel turn. This is something that they need to do. I think he could pull off the crybaby heel persona very well.